there, welcome to Pam's Artsy Corner. In today's video, I have had a request by a lovely and beautiful cousin to paint an autumn scene. So for that lovely and beautiful cousin, so that she can share with her lovely and beautiful and wonderful students, we are going to be painting an autumn scene. It's a very simple scene. We're going to limit it to a few shades of oranges, yellows, some browns, and hopefully by the end of this video you will definitely be in the mood for a little bit of October or a little bit of changing of scenery, changing of the leaves. Oh, this is my favorite time of year. So what we're going to start with, I have a spray bottle and I have my watercolor paints. I'm going to start off by, it's called priming my paint. I have to wet it first if I want to activate the paint, if I want it to start working for me, because right now it's just dry. Okay, so watercolor, it needs water in it. Okay, I'm going to use a really fat brush. This is a number 12 round. I'm figuring that this is pretty close to some of the paint brushes you might have in a standard school art set. So hopefully it works for you. I have a bucket of water, and I always have to have water available so I can wet my brush. And now I'm gonna pull up some colors that I'm gonna need. So first of all, I want to have some oranges, and I'm gonna pick, this little area is called a well, so I'm gonna pick some orange color area. I also want to look at some darker shades of orange. This is like an orange red right here, so this would be really nice to add. You don't want to have the same colors over and over. Add a little water to that. Also going to use, I'm going to put this in a different well. I want some yellow. When the leaves change color, the first color it usually becomes is yellow, and goes from green to yellow. Okay, I'm going to add a little water to that. Do you think you might have some leftover green leaves? It's possible. It might happen. So I'm going to take a green. It's right here. It's getting nice and soft. I'm going to put that green over here. It's a nice earthy looking green. I'm going to use that color too. Okay. And I'm also going to need some brown. I'm going to take this brown right here. I'm going to put this in a different well. It's another shade. So we're going to start off with a bottom part. This is our foreground. And in the foreground, I am going to take some of my orangey. Are you excited, guys? Excited? I'm going to take some yellow. I called it orange. Okay, and I'm just going to lay down some yellow. You want to start with a lighter color. Is this orange or yellow? Are you serious? Okay, that's fine. And I'm not filling it in completely, but that's okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you something really important. By the way, hi. No, I forgot to tell you that I covered my edges. I covered the edges with tape because I wanted to have a very clean edge. It'll be a nice border around my painting when I'm finished. Okay, we're done. No, I'm kidding. Here we go. So now I'm gonna look for, ooh, let me get some darker colors now. You think I'm silly? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Do you think I'm silly? Sorry, guys. I'm thinking like, I love third graders. I love second graders. I love little kids. I'm a teacher myself, so I just love kids. I think kids are amazing. Amazing little mini humans. Do you think there's grass in there still? We'll think about it. Right now, if I were to put a little green drop, that green drop would spread everywhere. It would be like virus. I'm sick. It's germs. But I think I'm going to wait for this spot to dry. And while I'm waiting for that spot to dry, you know what? I forgot the blue. I'm going to do a little bit of blue. But you know what? I can learn from my mistakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of blue and I'm just going to put it up at the top. And I want to put a little bit of blue up here because when you put the color blue next to the color orange, it looks phenomenal. It looks really pretty. So I want to have a nice blue sky, even though it's an autumn day. That blue sky is going to make everything look pretty. It's going to make it all pop. Pop. Say pop, pop, pop. Okay, are you ready to go on? I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit, at least a little bitty bit of green. Just that much, okay? And I'm going to start painting some leaves. Oh, but Miss Pam, we're doing autumn colors. It's okay. I'm going to show you a neat trick. We're painting what is called as background. Background. Now, I'm not making big circles. I'm kind of dabbing. You know what? I'm going to dab my brush in the water. Now I'm just going to mix this around. And I will tell you that watercolor paints will dry a lighter color than they appear. So right now they might look a little darker, but they are going to dry a lighter color. No panic. No panic. Okay? I'm going to drag that down a little more. Just a little bit of green. Okay? Rinsing my brush. Tap, 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 tap. Okay? Got it? Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay? Next color we're going to grab is some yellow. Now, is this the yellow or is this the yellow? Are you sure? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna get some yellow. It's a dark yellow. Guys, if you ever want to make your paint look a little lighter in color, you can add some more water to it and it won't be as strong. You know, it's like taking the vitamins away from your paint. So now I'm gonna take some yellow and I'm just gonna spread it around. I'm gonna let it play peekaboo in the leaves. Peekaboo. 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 You know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing my paper is getting a little poofy. Look. Poof. Poof. So when the paper gets wet, it starts to move up, right? Are you seeing some cool things going on in your paper? Are you seeing something nifty happening with your paper? Like some of that green might be puddling. That's okay. That's okay. Let me tell you right now, this is not gonna look exactly like a picture, but it's gonna look pretty. It's like you are creating your own version of a picture. This is your autumn scene, and I don't want you to worry about anything like it doesn't look like your picture, Miss Pam. That's okay. As long as the whole thing is not the color black, it's fine. Where you live, you might have trees that turn a really, really dark red. Maybe the trees in your area are just brown leaves. Maybe all of your trees stay green all year. Everybody's trees are different. Some folks don't even have trees around. Oh, those poor folks. Oh, they don't know the shade they're missing. Okay, did you get your yellow in? I'll do a little more just for dab dabs. Dab dabs. Oh, it's a sneaky dog. Sneaky dog, close the door. No, you may not paint. No, you'll get the slobber all over it. Charles says hi, everybody. Charles, say hi. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Charles is a Dachshund. That's known as a weenie dog. He's really long and he's rusty color, kind of like an autumn leaf. And he's very funny. He's a very funny doggy. He likes to hang out with me, his mommy. Okay? So now we're gonna rinse, rinse, rinse. And now I'm gonna start looking at that orange color. I'm gonna start looking at orange. Orange, where are you, orange? Did you get your orange yet? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just touch my paper. I don't think my paper is gonna be very dry yet. So I'm just gonna touch my paper. Touch, touch, touch. Touch, touch, touch. Hey, don't touch my paper. Touch, 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 touch. Touch, touch, touch. And you'll see the orange start spreading on the spots where it's wet. Oh, you're a pretty boy. Charles is posing for a magazine photo shoot right now. And he looks very handsome. Who's a pretty boy? Charles is. Oh, and I told you, boy, I'm not going to let you paint. You want to say hi to everybody? Hi. Okay. Do you see how the green is moving over, like hanging out with their green friends? I'm going to get some more orange and dab, dab, dab. Miss Pam, it's not looking like a tree. Don't you worry. Sometimes you have to look at something with your imagination. Sometimes it doesn't look like a tree. Oops, wrong water. We're gonna let that dry. Dry, 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 dry. Okay, back to my paintbrush. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. This is a size 10. Wow, look at all that paint on my hand. Anyway, this is a size 10. So it's just a little bit smaller than the last brush. Okay? And now I'm gonna dip into some of the orangey colors. Okay? And I don't want you to worry about a thing. I'm getting some orange. And I'm just gonna make some dots. Okay, and it's okay, they can be pointy, and you can change the pointies to go to another direction. It's okay. You can swish back and forth. Swish, 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 swish. Don't worry if your swish gets too big, not a problem. And I don't have a lot of paint on my brush. It's okay. Swish, 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 swish. Miss Pam, do you want me to color every single part so the yellow disappears? Nope, 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 nope. You don't have to. It's totally cool. You can leave it like this. Let some of the other colors show through. You know why? Because there's another color we're going to add here. And we don't want everything to disappear. Remember, background. So now we're painting a little more in the front. Now if you want, you can make some of this part look like, let's just pretend that there is a branch over here. Okay? And we're going to pretend that there's a branch over here. And then I'm going to get some more paint and I'm going to pretend that there's a baby branch right here. Just pretending. You know, it's a big baby branch. Okay? And then I'm going to go a little further up and I'm going to start reaching for the sky. Reach for the sky! Is that how it goes? Who said reach for the sky? Well, I did. Which movie used that line? Oh, I bet you do know. I bet you do. Aren't there like 5 versions of it already? Well, I'm going to let you guess. I'm not going to say a single thing. I hope that you guess it. Okay, and I can keep secrets too. Don't expect me to say anything. I'm not going to give any answers away. Are you enjoying your tree? Are you having a good time? Isn't painting fun? You thought we were just making a mess. You're funny. What a funny, funny group you are. You know what? I'm going to get my little spray bottle and I'm going to spray some more because, you know, I am running out of some orangey orange over here. Get on back over here. Orangey orange. Get on back over here. Okay. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to keep adding. And I think by moving the brush in different directions, it's making the tree look more realistic. But Miss Pam, none of the autumn leaves I know have leaves that shape. Well, voice in my head, it's okay. Because this is our imaginary tree. And if the voices in my head and the picture in my head says this is what it looks like, by golly, that's what it's going to be. Okay? What do you think? Do you like your leaves? Yeah, and did you notice that if you press down a little bit, like on your brush, I'm going to show this some more. If I press down, it kind of leaves like a pointy part, right? Yes? Yes, it sure does. Okay, did you get it? Alrighty, rinse, 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 rinse. Okay. It's time to get some more yellow. But Miss Pam, I ran out of yellow. That's okay, I'll sit here and wait. Get some more yellow. Put me on pause. Okay, let's go. I said pause. So now I'm going to do the same thing but with yellow, okay? And if these leaves are going to be a little further away, maybe I won't press on them so much so they're not so large. And this is where I wish I had taped my paper down. Hold still, paper. Maybe I'll tape my paper down. Please hold. Because it's getting wibbly wobbly. Nobody likes a wibbly wobbly paper when you're trying to paint. I'm trying to paint. Could you please stop moving? Could you please stop wibbly wobbling? I am trying to paint. Hold still. Hold still. Oops. I guess I don't want to hold still. Stay still, right there. Okay, I think I got it. Back to the painting. La, la, la. You know, painting is a good time to sing silly songs in your head. Do you know any silly songs? You can maybe make up a song about leaves. I like leaves in the fall when they fall. I have a ball and I crawl through the leaves 'cause I'm small. Can you rhyme any other words? And even when you're tall, you can crawl through the leaves, through the leaves. I know I'm silly. I'm a silly goose. Did somebody just say that? Did somebody just say that? I know, it's okay. I like being a silly goose. I'm going to take some of my orange and I'm going to add a little bit of this yellow to it so that the color is a bit different. So my yellow is not so yellowy and it looks a little more orangey, orangey. That's what my son would say. He would call the color orange, orangey. And I'm gonna dab with that darker orange because it'll stand out more. And if you've ever looked at a tree when it's changing colors, it's usually not all one color at the same time. Maybe towards the end, like right before they fall down in the fall, maybe then they start to look one color. But when they're getting busy and saying like, I am done, I'm ready for a nap in the winter, they all start making up their mind like, well, maybe now I'll go to sleep. And it's okay. So what was my point? Oh yeah, so there's different colors on the tree at the same time. And it's pretty nifty. Yes, I said it was nifty. I'm running out of paint. I need some more paint. Let me load up on some yellow. Lello, lello, lello. And I'm gonna wash my brush again. Wash my brush again. I'm gonna get some dark orangey. Get some dark orangey. And I wash my brush again. And then I get them light, light orangey. Light, light orangey. Get over there, orangey. And then I'm gonna, what else do I need? Nothing else right now. Do I need a lighter orangey? I don't know. How many oranges do you have? A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Okay. A little light yellow. Just a beep, 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 beep. Okay, I didn't really need that yellow. I just like to play with colors. Don't you ever like to play with colors? You know, it'd be really weird if I forgot to press record. Nope, I didn't forget. Anywho, so how was your day? Back to the painting. I like that. That's pretty. I think I'm going to make my tree a little lower to the ground. Make some leaves a little lower. Low. I'm feeling mighty low. Okay. So I don't have any background here. So you'll see that the leaves look a little brighter, but there's nothing behind it. That's okay. I think now I'm gonna rinse my brush. And remember when we added some green before? I'm gonna take a little bit of green, just a little bit of green. And I'm just gonna put some green in here, just in a couple of spots. I don't want it to be all over the place. Yeah, just like a little reminder for the leaves that haven't changed their minds yet. Like, hey, hey, hey. Get busy changing. Okay. How's that looking for you? You doing okay? I only have 2 trees here and I feel really bad. I like to have more than 2. Should we add more? Where can we put them? Ooh, you're right. Maybe we could put them over here. But we're gonna need to make them a different color so they stand out. What color do we make it? Brown, you say? Yeah, I heard that from all the way over here. Yeah, you know what? That's a really good idea. I think I will. I think I will get some brown. And I think I will add a little bit of this dark orange. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow. Make it a little warmer color. And now I think I'm gonna add another tree, maybe right here. Because there's this little rule in art. You don't wanna leave stuff in pairs. You wanna have 1, 3, 5, 7. you know, an odd number of items in your painting, but you don't want to leave it just with 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are even numbers. I can keep going because it's kind of fun to say those numbers like that. 2, 4, 6. Oh, Miss Pam, what have you done? Okay, well, it looks like I have like yellow in the background, red in the foreground, that's in the front, and then this brown tree leaves are kind of like in the middle, like, hey, don't forget me, middle child. It's kind of like me, middle child. That's pretty nifty. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do now? Before I rinse my brush, what happens when the leaves change colors? Does anybody know? I'll give you a hint. It's another name for the season when the leaves change colors. That's right, they fall. So it would be kind of weird to have the leaves all those colors and no leaves on the ground. So I'm gonna make some teeny tiny little marks over here at the bottom that look like a bunch of leaves, like all these leaves that already made it. All of these leaves that went on vacation from the tree, okay? Now, I have 3 different tree colors, so I need to make sure I have at least 3 different leaf colors here. So, I'm gonna go back and get that orangey orange color and add that. Make sure that they're falling straight down from, well, they don't have to be falling straight down, but make sure that you see a bunch of them, because once they fall, sometimes there's a gust of wind and they blow places. They blow all over the place, and that's okay. Have you ever listened when leaves fall and they're blowing in the wind? They make a beautiful noise, a rustling of leaves. It's very pretty. I like watching them when they're on the street and a car drives past and there's a bunch of wind and the leaves roll in the breeze. It's very beautiful. I love autumn. It's amazing. So I'm gonna add some more orangey. Did I just grab a different color? Are you serious? Ooh, but this is a pretty orange. Oh, but that's a pretty orange. You know what? If you have a different color that you like and you think this is gonna look amazing on my painting, go for it. Like I said before, you can have some leaves that are different colors from the ones that I have here. Maybe your leaves are, I've seen trees that have like red leaves when they fall. I've seen trees that are gold, like super, super yellow, and they're beautiful to see. So if yours are like that, make sure you use them on your paper, because we want to paint what we know. Sometimes we paint what we see in our mind, in our imagination, but it's helpful to paint what you know. You know? I bet you do. I sure bet you do. Well, Miss Pam, that's a lot of leaves. Do you like it? I do too. Are you blowing on your leaves? Do you think they're gonna blow away? I hope not. I'm gonna get my blow drying tool. It's called a heat gun. When I use a heat gun, it dries everything fast. We're almost finished. And if you don't like that background area, if you want, you can take where's my paintbrush? You can take a little bit of a color you want, maybe some green, just a little bit, and you can fill it in different spots. You don't have to rub away any of your leaves. Just put it in different spots, okay? Or if you want it to be the sky in the background, maybe the trees are on a hill, that's okay. You know, put a little green in there. You can mix in a little blue. It's fine. Mix in a little bit, but don't rub it too hard. Go around your leaves. Don't have too much paint on there, or else it's gonna look like a big blobby mess. Okay, so now you do have some white, but it's not so much. And do you remember when we had that blue? I'm gonna go back a little bit and add a little bit of blue, just in a couple of spots here. Say like, hey, remember me? I'm the color blue, and you look really good against me. Yeah, blue is fun. That's fine. That looks okay, right? Okay, now you're gonna take a small brush, the smallest brush you have. You want it to be thin. Let me see if I can find something that looks kind of like a brush that you would use. This is a round brush, and it's very, very small. This is a number 4. I could try using that. Now, the thing you want to remember when you're using the brush for the next step, which is the branches. Right here is the tip. Sometimes that's all you're going to need. So make sure when I say we're going to do branches, you're not going to press hard. You're only going to use the little bit tip right there. Just if you want to touch it, kind of tickles. You're only going to tickle a little bit. Okay? It's time to paint some tree trunks, guys. Now, we have some brown here, and that is fine. But I do want to add one more color because I'm all about the extra colors here, right? I'm going to add a little bit of black. Do you have some black? I'm going to add a little bit of black here, okay? Because I want my tree trunk to be a little darker than just brown. And once you mixed it, what you're going to do is you're going to imagine, where do I want my tree trunk to be? Now I need 3 tree trunks. Do they all have to look the same? Nope. Okay, here comes one. And it's got to be in the ground, so I'm going to take that line all the way down. Now, you know that if there's a tree that has this many leaves, that tree trunk is not going to be that tiny. So I need to make my tree trunk fatter. So I'm going to make another line right beside it. Okay? Do not worry if it's not straight. Do not worry at all. At the bottom, I'm just going to make a little bit of little points on the end. That's okay. Maybe the tree is getting like spreading out his legs. Like, hold on, everybody. And I'm going to go over until it's fat enough for me. Okay. I'm going to go over right over here. Okay. Now I'm going to mix up a little bit more, make another tree trunk. And this is for the brown. Maybe this is the same kind of tree, but they're all in different stages. Normally doesn't happen like that in real life, but for our painting, where anything could happen, it's okay. Now you might just notice that that tree came out a little fatter. Well, Miss Pam didn't tickle. Miss Pam actually pressed down, and it made me a fat tree trunk a little faster. Because sometimes Miss Pam gets impatient. Do you know what impatient means? Impatient means I don't want to wait. Do you feel like that sometimes? Yeah, I know. Okay? It looks like he's at a rock concert. Okay? I'm not done yet with branches though. I'm just letting those tree trunks come in. Okay? I'm going to add my 3rd tree trunk. Ready? I'll make this one a little further away. So this one can be really tall. Sorry, I'm going back over here. This one can be really close to me. Okay. And then this one is not as far down. And then this one is going to be a little higher up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's Miss Pam getting impatient again. I'm pressing down a little more. And that's okay. Just if you don't make it too fat, that's fine. Okay. Now's the really fun part. You get to add the branches. Now we get to tickle. So, well, wait. Before I go further, I'm going to make this one a little fatter still. Just a little fatter. Get my little bit of black paint. Okay, now it's time to tickle. You do not have to put a branch at every single spot. So I'm gonna put the line down, and I'm gonna put the line down. And then I'm gonna lift it up right here, and I'm gonna give it a friend, and I'm gonna tickle it over here. And the further up on the tree you go, the smaller the branch is going to be. So if I'm going way up here, this part has to be fatter. Okay? And this part is going to be smaller. Smaller, right? You can add as many little parts. Now, you're not going to see every single branch when you look at your tree. In fact, there will be leaves covering it. Maybe I'm looking up, that's right. Whoops. If your branch looks a little different, a little odd, you can make it fatter. Now, I'm gonna give you an example of I don't see it, but it's there. So I'm gonna put some little branches at the ends of my tree. Just at the very top. I don't see the whole branch because maybe it's hanging out at another branch party. Okay, so you might see just a couple, and they're at the top. Got it? Okay, I got another part right here, and I'm gonna build it up. That's my son. He is reading. Make this one a little fatter. Are you branching out? If you want your branches to look wobbly, you can hold your brush from the very top and just let it glide over your painting. Kind of like, I'm gonna just drag it, hold it very loosely. It looks a lot more natural. But that is entirely up to you. And the closer I get to the fat tree trunk, the more I will press on my brush. The closer I get to the tree trunk, the more I will press on my brush. And if you don't like that manner, that's fine. You can go back to building your branches the other way I showed you. How are you doing? You feel like you're ready? all done. A nice collection of branches. And did you ever notice that sometimes when the wind blows, there are sticks on the ground? Oh, it looks like a snake. Oops. And if you wanted just to add some branches or little twigs, maybe it's a rock or something, you can add some little dots, teeny tiny, just so it'll look real, you know? That's fine. I'm gonna rinse my brush, and I'm thinking that my bottom part needs a little bit of grass. Ooh, that's dry. And I'm just, this is called dry brushing, because you notice I don't have a lot of water here, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of grass. I don't need a lot of water on my brush. And I'm just putting it around the base of my trunk. Just a little bit, just tickle, tickle, tickle. And if you want to put little clumps of grass in different spots, that's fine. About this point, my friend would say, add a deer or add something else. Well, I don't have the patience right now for a deer, but you know what? We can add a little mushroom or something. How about a little mushroom? I'm gonna put a little mushroom right here. Yeah? You want another one? We can add little mushrooms that live in a forest with the fairies. Oh, how fun. Do you like mushrooms on your pizza? I don't think that these are mushrooms for your pizza, but they are cute to see. They are cute to see. It's just a little line with a little cap on it. Cappy mushrooms. Yes, I have seen mushroom caps at the grocery store. Mushrooms like areas that are damp and dark. So maybe this area is damp and dark. So what do you think? I'm just adding a little bit of a darker line with the same color that I had for my mushrooms. And that is my landscape, my horizon line, sorry. And I think we're done, guys. I really think we are done. Do you like your leaves? I hope so. I hope you've had a good time painting with me. I sure did have a good time with you. We're gonna try another one soon, okay? Until then, keep trying on your own, keep painting for yourself, have some fun, put on some music, enjoy yourself, relax, you know. Take this kind of activity home and paint with your siblings, paint with your parents, paint with your grandparents. They would love this. I bet you would have a lot of laughs, and you'd probably learn a thing or two about either painting or a family story. Those are the best kinds of moments. That's what I love to hear about when I'm painting. So until next time, y'all take care, and thanks for sticking around at Pam's Artsy Corner.